This is the Remarkable Climate Leaders podcast. In every region, in every town of Europe, there is a climate leader paving the way for climate transition. You might not have heard of them yet. And what is a climate leader anyway? Let's meet one and find out. Today our guest is Uroš Rozman, the youngest CEO of the oldest development agency in Slovenia. Why is his work remarkable? His contribution to regional development stems from unifying people and embracing cross-country learning. Let's go! Zdravo, Uroš.
Hello, zdravo.
Seeing that you have a vision gave others the confidence to assign you as CEO at only 30 years old. What led your steps towards the responsibility you have today?
I start working in our faculty. I get a degree of special planning, and then I get a reward for my master. And this reward really helped me with my career. I start working in other development agency at Koroška region. I work with our government, and I will learn a lot how to make good decisions with all these different kind of people and how to connect with them. I really like to learn from other countries because people don't know everything, but if you go abroad, if you look for the good examples, you can see and you can implement a lot of things. And of course, municipalities see me, see my work, and then I get a chance to work for other regions. So that's how I get a job as a CEO. At the beginning, there was 21 employees. Now we have 37 employees. So I worked there 3 years, and we have almost 2 times more people there. 50 projects, a lot of work, a lot of problems to solve, and a lot of good stuff to do.
What does the Podravje Development Agency focus on?
We work at regional development, like sustainable mobility, like nature protection, special planning. And we work also at internship, like internship support, also investment attractions, and also regional business incubator is one of our projects. And we work also on research, development, innovation, tourism, circular economy, on digital innovation, and also on smart cities.
There's many areas that you are working on, all in line with the ecological transition and with the goals that Europe as a whole is working towards. What is your vision for your region and the country?
I think we have to see what the European Union is proposing us to do. And I think the circular economy, the smart cities, the digitalization, and also environment and mobility, also e-mobility, these are our main topics. And this is topics that we didn't work before I was a CEO, and now we evolve it. We now have a lot of projects on that because we want to grow as a regional development agency, because we have to be further than other municipalities. We have to be the leader. We have to be a good example. And that's why we now implement all these new topics that are, of course, the future of the Europe, Slovenia, and our Podravje region.
You are mentioning you are taking some steps towards e-mobility. Can you share some examples in this direction?
Yes, the first thing that I do, innovative electric car for our employees to learn what is e-mobility, what is electric car, what are the problems, what are the good things about it. And now our employees understand difficulties with that kind of mobility, and they really want to solve it and to make also their lives easier. But not only that, a lot of employees know when they have to use electric car for also longer trips. They use now maybe car sharing or also trains or buses. So they start to think different. And they understand that we have a lot of different mobility types, and we have to be more sustainable and of course think different.
You are also mentioning an incubator. Is this for projects related to the environment, or how exactly? Who are these people that can take their businesses through this incubator?
We established a regional incubator for young, small companies. We employ these people here in our agency for 4 months, and then we help them to establish some partnership with future partners. And after 4 months, they establish their company and they start to work by themselves. I think this is very good example. And when they establish a new company, they come to our incubator. They get, of course, a place to start business, and of course, other support for more innovative evolving with the future company. We, of course, support sustainable companies working with the circular economy, digitalization. So that really helps our region to make more thematic themes on that kind of topics that are, of course, for us very important. And of course, we work with bigger companies. We support small companies to help them with some innovative way of development.
I noticed that you put a lot of emphasis on connection and on collaboration, and these seem to be key elements for you.
Yes, I learned this with my previous job when I work in Koroška region. We really work together as a region, all 12 municipalities. I think a lot of project was more successful because they were connected and they have the same goal. And when I came to Podravia region, we have here 41 municipalities, so almost 4 times more than previous region. It is, of course, difficult. And this region in the previous years was not really connected, but I have a vision to make this connection better, and I really want to have a region. You know, if you don't have connection, then there is no region, only on the paper. And we work with some topics. I think tourism is one of the topics when borders are not allowed, somebody say. And the next topic was direct investments. So, you know, when you get the investor in the region, you don't have also the borders, because you will do everything to bring him in the region. Maybe one municipality don't have a place, but other have, you know. Also, in terms of nature, there are no borders when we are talking about it. There is a topic when we have to work together. And also, we have a lot of good experience when we connect and we talk with our government. We talk with Ljubljana. We are stronger and we get more money and we get, of course, better projects, because you are talking in the name of 41 municipalities, 41 mayors. We have also connection with the circular economy. So we will be a pilot region. That means our municipalities will learn from other regions in Europe. All municipalities, small or big, will get a lot of this project, and then we'll slowly, step by step, implementing these new technologies and new thinking in that kind of way.
I was very glad to read that 76% of Slovenian people think that climate change and its consequences are the biggest challenge for humanity in this 21st century. So I want to ask you, what are the challenges that you encounter in trying to make your region more sustainable?
I think mobility is one of the biggest topics. We now have a regional center for mobility. So if we are talking about buses, if we are talking about trains, if we are talking about cycling or walking, we will get a promotion of that kind of mobility. And we will try to connect all municipalities to bring some new ideas and also bring some new opportunities in terms of what will our government do in terms of better connections, because rails and buses are, of course, paid and guided by our government in Ljubljana. Of course, circular economy is very important topic when we are talking about greener region, and we have a lot of pilot actions already. We have good practice in Maribor with our Snaga company that is working with trash. So the idea is to reuse everything what is possible and don't throw away, but reuse for some people that have maybe not so much money, like Mobitel or computers or that kind of stuff that is really a shame to be thrown away. That is our vision, but also in tourism. We want to be green destination because we don't have as much tourists as maybe in other part of our country. So I think this is also one of the goals for the future.
And how are the citizens receiving these changes?
Very, very differently. Also, some mayors maybe are more interested. I see that these new topics that we are now bringing in the everyday communication with our mayors, of course, is hard. Some mayors are really in that kind of, you get a lot of questions. They have a lot of ideas, but I think that more than 50% of mayors are not so interested. And I think this is a long-term journey. We have to bring some good practice also from other part of Europe and maybe bring them also to see, out in the bus and just drive them. And I think this really helps. I try this sometimes, and always we have better conversation and we understand each other better.
Yeah, it's the power of example that works.
Yes.
For my last question and curiosity, what does being a climate leader mean to you?
I think we have to show the good examples. I started with my employees. I am as example as myself. They have to be the example for other companies, for other municipalities, and then we can expect some changes in the thinking, because good examples are the best. And I think if we think maybe 10 years ahead of everybody else, slowly, but they will come together and see in the few years maybe the same as we are now. But in 5 years, we will be 10 years ahead again.
Yes, thank you. It starts with you. It only takes one person.
Yes.
Thank you, Uroš, for sharing your story for the Remarkable Climate Leaders podcast.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
And thank you, our listeners who are looking for ways of making the world a better place. In this episode, we uncovered practices from Slovenia with the help of Uroš Rozman from the Regional Development Agency of Podravie. Having a vision can give you the platform to bring stakeholders together and make a change. Uroš is determined, consistent, and tells things as they are. We have a problem and we can solve it only if we work together. We learned from him that a climate leader facilitates information and connection. They uncover potential and lead by example. What do you think a climate leader is? Who, where? Discover the stories of your region on climateleaders.eu and on your favorite podcast app.